half-breed. I'll tell you what, the fun-loving Pinkie Sanchez, he proved the critics wrong by being a part of this tournament of death, and he proved them even more wrong by advancing this far. He's here to the second round, and he wants to go to the final.
I'll tell you what, man, it didn't surprise me because I've learned not to underestimate Mr. Sanchez, man.
Yeah, but you want to talk about a challenge. You want to talk about the ultimate challenge.
I think that Pinkie Sanchez's dreams and aspirations are about to become his worst living nightmare of his entire existence in his young life. Although he did bring the ultraviolet starfish.
Two years ago, Nick Gage was your Tournament of Death winner. He wasn't part of the thing last year, but now he wants his damn trophy.
I'm going to tell you something. You know I've got Nick Gage. I know Nick Gage. He's no close personal friend of mine. I have respect for the man, just like every one of these fans, everyone in this locker room. I've got friends that are still in this tournament, like Drake Younger, Danny Havoc, okay, friends of mine. But I'm going to tell you something. All bias aside, just objectively, I have gone on record as saying that Nick Gage is my pick in this Tournament of Death because I don't see how anyone can overcome the intensity. What this event is synonymous with Nick Gage, synonymous with this company. This tournament last year without Nick Gage, it seemed like Christmas without presents, Gary. I'm going to tell you that right now. And how anyone will overcome the determination that Nick has to take this thing again, I don't see it, man.
Gage, your reigning CZW heavyweight champion, just 1 week ago defended against DJ Hyde in one of the most hellacious matches that we have ever seen at the best of the best. And that's a DVD that you have to check out. You have to pick up. One of the most memorable nights in CZW history.
From our friends at Smart Block Video.
Of course. And Gage staring a hole through Pinkie Sanchez.
He's real good at that. He's really good at staring a hole through a motherfucker, I'll tell you that. And it ain't just a look. There's intent behind that look, Gary. Well, we were talking about Pinkie Sanchez's nightmares. You know, our next competitor might be about to come into his worst nightmare also.
Well, just like Pinkie, Greg Excellent is another man who is trying to prove the critics wrong, who is trying to make a statement here tonight that he's more than just a fun-loving guy, more than just a joke, and he's entering a whole new world just like Pinkie is.
Jerry, did you ever see one of these large, ornamental, predatory fishes that people keep in their homes, like an Oscar, a fucking piranha or something like that? You ever see Feeding Day? When you go to the pet store, you get a bag of fucking little goldfish, and you drop them in, and whoa! They're swallowed up, bit in half, pieces all over the place. Well, for some reason, I'm thinking of that because I'm looking at Nick Gage, and I'm seeing the fucking predator. I'm seeing the fucking piranha. And Pinkie and Greg Excellent are looking like a guppy and a goldfish right now. I fear to think what might happen to them.
And we've got one more joining the party as we find out who's going to the finals.
I wish Danny well, man. I want to see him come out of this as healthy as could be reasonably expected, which is anything short of death. With Nick Gage's reputation, with his record in this business, in this type of event, in death matches, if a young Nick Gage found himself in this circumstance in the beginning of his career, facing a man of his qualifications now. I'm going to tell you, Nick Gage would be smart enough to get a strategy. Okay? Pinkie, Greg Excellent, even Danny Havoc. I think maybe you guys need to think about getting a game plan real quick. That would be what I would do, Jerry. I would try to get Nick Gage out of this thing as soon as possible because the longer it goes, the more this is in the favor of the fucking man himself.
Well, we heard the opening bell, but for whom does the bell toll? Double elimination rules apply.
I'll tell you what, we got goosebumps when Nick Gage made his return to Cage of Death, Jerry. I'll tell you what, I'm getting those same goosebumps again, seeing Nick Gage return to the event that helped make him the name that he is. It helped make him say he is the fucking man and be able to prove it with his deeds, not his words.
Well, we'll see what kind of dirty deeds he has in mind here. It is Gage and Sanchez. Sanchez wanted this. He asked for this. And he's getting it. Gage with the elbow.
And in the meantime, on the outside, Greg Excellent and Danny Havoc are going at each other. It looked like some type of enziguri kick after a series of forearms from Danny. Oh! We got glass breaking everywhere, Jerry. We've got it breaking in the ring. We've got it breaking on the outside.
Explosions in and out of the ring.
Is that a pelican? Oh no, it's a fucking flamingo. A pink flamingo.
We've talked about how sick, how demented someone has to be in this tournament. What about the fans? They made this stuff.
Oh, pile driver into those light tubes. I think it might be all over for Pinkie already, Jerry. Think of the beating he took earlier this afternoon. Find yourself after that in the ring with Nick Gage with a barbed wire cat of nine tails.
Goodness. A whole new world, even beyond what he experienced in the first round. Welcome to Nick Gage's world.
You know, I had no doubts as far as Pinkie and that piece of crap Danny DeManto went, but I'm going to tell you something right now. I think that, unfortunately for Pinkie, he's way out of his league right now, Jerry. Way out of his league.
But how do you count him out? How do you count Greg Excellent out after what they did in the first round? They surprised the world. They surprised everyone.
Well, the one other thing with that, oh, God, sick. I believe sidewalk slam onto that glass. What I was going to say in answer to your question, Jerry, was that another difference is not just them busting their ultraviolet cherry, so to speak, in many ways here at TOD with Greg Excellent. That was sick. And Pinkie Sanchez. But what I was going to say, Nick Gage, Danny Havoc, they're used to going into this ultraviolence. Going through one match, surviving, moving on to the next one. Both men have been through this before, and whether Pinkie and Greg are going to have what it takes to go again and again is the question that I'm going to have to ask you right back, Jerry.
You know, it's such an unpredictable night, an unpredictable situation. Havoc launching off the apron.
Oh, and that black and yellow bundle of light tubes right across the small of the back of Pinkie Sanchez.
It is survival of the fittest.
It's an ultraviolet fucking watermelon, man. It's got thumbtacks or some shit on the outside. Oh! And Gage slammed Pinkie right on it.
Nick Gage sent a ring, maybe looking to finish off Pinkie Sanchez.
Well, what I was saying earlier about a piranha or a shark, you look at Nick Gage. Oh!
Sanchez, he's trying to survive.
That's how he's been on Pinkie so far. Oh! And Gage back body drop Sanchez right onto Havoc and Excellent on the outside.
Survival of the fittest, and only two are going to go on.
A bundle with Christmas ornaments. Oh! Somebody got the business end of that one, and it wasn't Danny Havoc, and that leaves us only two possibilities. Sorry our view's obstructed from here, fans. Oh, and Danny's spiking half a busted light bundle like it's the football at the end of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but what's Havoc looking at? It looks like he's measuring up. Oh, man! Oh. You gotta be kidding me with all the blood loss, all the abuse that his body has taken all night long. For him to still do something like that is insane.
His equilibrium has to be slightly damaged at this point from all this punishment we're talking about. And somehow Havoc still goes aerial and quite aerial, not just any run-of-the-mill splash off the rope there.
Havoc setting up more light tubes. Trying to slam the largest man in this four-way. Excellent not budging. Havoc on the move, and he is caught.
Whoa! Holy shit!
Modified exploder suplex, and that gives a whole new meaning to the term exploder.
I think another thing with Greg Excellent, we're talking about his feel-good attitude as usually portrayed by Greg Excellent, but you know, somebody might underestimate him a little bit in this tournament.
2 count only. Havoc not yet ready to stay down. He wants to keep fighting.
But what do you do? No matter what you survive, what you can get through here. Excellent's got that watermelon that didn't break earlier with attacks. Oh, and he hits Havoc in the head with it, and the watermelon, it's a small, stiff watermelon, a rare watermelon, not like an oblong one. It's refusing to break, and that shit hurts. He weighs about 20 pounds.
He's bleeding from the scalp all over.
Glass embedded in his back. What I was going to say, Jerry, is what do you do? No matter what you can kick out of, no matter what you can survive, no matter how tough you are, what do you do when you look up and you see Nick Gage coming at you with something in his hand? Nick doesn't fuck around out there. When Nick Gage picks something up and starts heading for you with you in his crosshairs, he's all business, man. That's a man to fear. I'm not ashamed to admit. That's one man I'm afraid of. I don't know about you.
He may be the man to beat in this entire field, and boy, is he still bringing the fight.
Pinkie just blasted the World Heavyweight Champion in the head with that jug, following it up with a light tube.
Pinkie Sanchez fighting like there's no tomorrow because, quite frankly, there isn't. It's all about tonight.
And look at this other shit that's still fucking in the ring, Jerry. I mean, there's a goddamn fucking plastic sliding board with like a ultraviolet light tube, light bulb, CZW railroad crossing sign or some shit. There's thumbtack bats, there's light tube bundles, there's barbed wire wrapped crutches. There's that ultraviolet starfish Pinkie came out here with. He made his last appearance at Cage of Death, I might add, in the Mitch Ryder Chewy Martinez match. Apparently, the starfish is on the roster now. Also, looking to make an impact here at Tournament of Death.
Well, these fans riled up by this one. 4 of the favorites in the tournament.
Their bloodlust is starting to get to the boiling point now at this point, Jerry.
So is their drunkenness. Not a coincidence.
Yes. Their drunkenness, their enthusiasm, their bloodlust, their stupidity, all of it comes boiling together in one stew of fuck you. You know what I mean?
And that's the way we love it here at the Tournament of Death.
Wouldn't have it any other fucking way, brother.
Sanchez in the ring, and just like you were describing moments ago, his worst nightmare may be above him, maybe upon him. Nick Gage is ready to strike.
And there it is, boot scrape right across the face.
The CZW heavyweight champion, but absolutely nothing means more to him than once again winning the Tournament of Death trophy.
He's going for another one, Jerry. He's going. Oh! But Greg Excellent catches the World Heavyweight Champion by his ankles on the outside and tosses him right into that steel railing.
Heads up play by Excellent. He may have pulled off the play of the match.
I'll tell you what, Pinkie Sanchez might want to buy Greg Excellent a Mountain Dew after this is all over, being that if they are still alive. Because he just saved Pinkie from a second boot scrape from the World Heavyweight Champion.
And Havoc trying to maneuver Sanchez, but Sanchez fighting his way free, only to catch that forearm from the champ.
Sanchez's face a crimson mask at this point, of course.
Oh, Gage setting up that cross.
Excellent, still trying to recover on the outside. Danny Havoc is on the apron.
Oh! Sanchez up and over.
Surprising the World Heavyweight Champion with that move, I think, Jerry.
Could Sanchez have set the stage for an upset?
There was a board in that ring or something right under Gage's back, along with all those light bulbs and broken glass, Jerry. I'm sorry, brother. I didn't mean to cut you off, man. I just get worked up.
It's all right. Sanchez now using his greatest asset. And he's fired up and over. An excellent connect.
It's a cannonball in the World Heavyweight Champion. Pinkie.
Sanchez pounding away. Super kick.
He's got Havoc up.
He's trying to finish Havoc off right here and now.
Oh, and he hits the ass buster. Remember, not just your average ass buster, but there's broken glass under the back of young Daniel Havoc.
Elimination rules. 2 will go, 2 will advance. And Sanchez maybe looking to put somebody away here and now, and he's taking on the champion again. The smallest man in the contest, but he has certainly proven himself to be a man.
He might be the smallest one in physical stature, but he's not the smallest one in heart. Oh! Somehow Gage manages to turn that into a powerbomb off the top turnbuckle. Choke breaker!
That's got to be it for Sanchez. He's out of here.
And Havoc has got Greg Excellent up on his shoulders. DVD.
Sanchez has been eliminated.
And then there were 3, and Gage with the pin. He gets it.
And he pins Greg Excellent, following up pinning Pinkie Sanchez. And you know, no surprises for me here, Jerry. No surprises. Driver into the Gage with a barbed wire cat of nine tails.
Oh my goodness.
Thing with that. Oh God, a sick. And that
the move, and he is caught. Whoa!
Holy shit!
Oh, little chunk. All right. And as long as shit ain't broken, I can fucking get stitched back up. It's all good. So you can't fucking put a band-aid on broken bones.
Give it got done.
2 rounds down, 1 to go. I never lost my fucking trophy. You gotta beat the man to be the man. Like the man said before, be the man, you gotta beat the man. I'm the man, no one has beat me for my trophy. Fucking what I'm gonna do in that finals is, I'm gonna rip through them motherfuckers like you never seen anyone rip through people before. I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna smash their faces and I'm gonna give them a bloodbath. And then I'm gonna get the cover and I'm gonna walk out of there 2-time Tournament of Death champion, Nick fucking Gage.
You know, a guy from the South once said, stitches get bitches, and chicks dig scars. Well, I'm fat and I'm funny, and the only person that gets laid more than a fat funny guy is a good-looking funny guy. But I guess little stitches, little scratches, maybe that'll help me get some ass. I say this not to John Zandig. I say this not to any other promotion. I say this to the wrestling world. That CZW is the greatest combination of violence and professional wrestling going today. And I know there'll be some smart marks on the message board that'll say, well, there's a promotion up north, there's a promotion down south. We've been doing this for 9 fucking years and I've loved this company every bit of it. So this blood, it may be red, but I see black and yellow. As for the Miracle Ultraviolet Connection, most importantly, Brody Lee, tonight, made it to the 2nd round of Tournament of Death. Next month, whether we're booked against each other or not, I'm not a serious guy. I'm coming to hurt you.
CZW fans, you know what? If you would have asked me a year ago, Pinkie Sanchez, you would be in TOD, Tournament of Death, wrestling one of the greatest wrestlers to ever step foot in CZW, Nick Gage. In the future of CZW, Danny Havoc, and also a very funny and a man with a very big, large dick, Greg Excellent, no homo. I would have called you a liar, but you know what? No one ever thought I would be able to hang with these men. No one ever thought that I'd crawl my way out of shitty Jersey feds. No one ever thought that I would be an up and coming CZW superstar. I proved them all wrong tonight. Like my man John Zandig says, hardcore ain't from here, it ain't from here, it's from fucking here! CZW fans and family, thank you for having me at Tournament of Death. See you next year.
Sorry. How in the hell did I get caught? You gonna be alright like that? What are you doing? It's all part of the challenge. No, I mean we could turn him around the other way. He could straddle the chair. You know I can do that. I just prices like
I need a clean rag. My rag's wet.
I feel like I'm a celebrity.
not gonna get a big bill in the mail, right? Like 2 months from now.
What's that?
I'm not gonna get a big bill in the mail like 2 months from now.
No bills. It's all free.
I still got this scar on the back of my head. I jumped out of a ring, banged my head on the mat. Then the steel like you know, like in the ring before it hits the ground, the little apron, it's metal, kind of where you wrap the elastic around. Yeah. Bang, 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 floor.